It's time for some football. Welcome to Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, as we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series. Between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt getting it for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. They're going play action. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, you kind of expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season. You just get that tunnel vision on making the sack, and he doesn't realize the ball was already gone.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Design quarterback run here. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead.
Just a nice little reminder that this QB is more than a passer. They're going to call his number as a runner too, especially if these defenses don't account for it.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Here's a design run. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Line up the design keeper. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. It's Cox. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
It's Krosky-Merritt on 3rd. They'll have the first down and even more. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. His legs giving this opening drive some extra legs, partner. Good enough there to pick up the first.
Yeah, and I think that's good, Kate, because nobody on that sideline wanted to kick a field goal right there. You reach this part of the field, you want to go finish with 6.
Design quarterback run here. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. He takes off with it. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Back to throw, Mariota. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. You know, I'm going to go ahead and label that one an attention-to-detail field goal, Kate, because when you're playing in rain like this and weather like this, you got to be on point. Snapper, holder, kicker, all of them got the job done.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Set to return. It's Chuba Hubbard. This makes it up to the 25. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight to the air here. It's Young. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the fumble recovery is made. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
3rd and long, Young. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at 4th and long. One drive in, and he's already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you know a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Out of bounds, just short of midfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Krosky Merritt on the draw. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to it. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Slot man motioned over. Mariota. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Design bootleg here. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Second and 3 now. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Young throwing here. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
Third and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. And that incompletion won't help.
Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. Jalen Lane back deep for the Commanders. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Back to throw, Mariota. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
He'll air it out on third. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Washington first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Rolling left, buying some time. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Mariota. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Plowing up the middle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. Second down, they're going to the option. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game.
Commanders 10, Panthers nothing.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Trevor Etienne to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now start on the ground, Dowdle. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
On the draw, it's Dowdle. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. Third down coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
On third down, it's Young. Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Sam Martin on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Commanders set to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Mariota to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And they send a man in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete for now. It brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. Panthers with Trevor Etienne deep to return. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best, like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Putting the tight end in motion. On the counter, Dowdle. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. On the ground again with Dowdle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost And he busts those tackles.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Young. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. 3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Off the play fake, it's Young. That's complete. Sanders has gotten it out right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Fitzgerald sends this through, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Commanders all set to regain possession.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Here's Mariota now. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 3 now. Motioning one of the tight ends. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So second down and a tougher 8 to go now following that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. Second down run gets them 5. Now they've got third down.
That's not a call on the play sheet where you're expecting to get in space and win a foot race. You make that call to get a few yards and move on. So getting some good yardage on that one's a victory for the offense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to get it with the option. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Panthers set to take the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. You've set it downs for him from the 31. First down, Young. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Young working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like...
That ball is out. Young lost it. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he gets it away from his end zone. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Now Mariota sends this to the end zone. And this is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 13-point lead.
first thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 17, Panthers 3.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, this is ETN. Jukes away from one. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They send a tight end in motion. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Penalty moves him backwards. Here comes 2nd and 9. They'll run here following the penalty. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Dowdle again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 5 on the play, and that's good for a Panthers 1st.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Now Young. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders take a timeout. They're 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And this one doesn't go far.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Man in motion here. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. They pitch it out to him here. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Second down give to Krosky Merritt. He finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up 4th and short.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Panthers headed out on offense again just before halftime. And from this spot, Brock, you got to think they'll consider just taking a knee and taking it into the locker room. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Hubbard with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll go with Downwell on the run. Nearly starts the drive with the 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's the give to Dowdle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All set to go now from the 35. Counter play, Hubbard. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Now it's Young. fumble with the grab. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Carolina in punt formation. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
He lofts one deep, center of the field. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. 2nd down, here's an option. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Judging by how the defenders swarmed to the back, I'd say hanging on to it was the right call by the QB. And he was able to take it himself and maneuver his way forward for the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll send him over right. Krosky Merritt can't reach the end zone. He is stopped, and we've got a penalty flag down as well. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking off with it again. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, this is ETN. This makes it up to the 25. The Carolina offense headed out now. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Setting up the running back screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
2nd and 3 now. And motion the tight end over. On the counter, Dowdle. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, and maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Young to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Third and long for him here. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Commanders get to it first. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. 1st down, play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Trying to throw this from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw, Mariota. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. The inside give to Dowdle. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Heads out on the bootleg. Dump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Young. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Their punter making his way out now. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Commanders set to take over. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Mariota to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
They'll bring out the punter here. They could really use a good one here. Coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Panthers set to take the field. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
First and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
It's Young, the throw here on first. He's got a man left. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route, and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the fourth. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. A second down throw for Young. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this third down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
On third down, it's Young. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Slot man in motion left. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. Mariota. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around that.
And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Man in motion out of the slot. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Hurting themselves with that delay of game, Brock. It's now 2nd and 6. A tight end in motion now. running it after the penalty. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Krosky gets it from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
On the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Moody knocks it through, and the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, this is Etienne. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. They'll air it out on 3rd. And this one is launched downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. 3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the 1st. Young looking to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Now it's Young, and he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Here's Young again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Young. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 28. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. To the air, he head again. Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Here's Young to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far. They send him left out of the slot. Desperation time here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. 1st down, play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Back to throw. Mariota. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Mariota. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And their boldness, well, we've seen it pay off in the past, Brock, just not on their last drive. They got turned away on 4th down.
Yeah, and I think the play caller, honestly, Kate, takes more responsibility than anybody. He really feels like, and you've planned for wins on 4th down, they couldn't execute it last time out.
From the gun, on for Dowdle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
The Commanders in the dime set for this 3rd down. Young working from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They go inside give to Krosky-Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. Hauled in by Lane. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Krosky-Merritt on 1st down. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
He's taken down
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Just a little reminder right there that he's more than a passer. They'll call his number as a runner too, especially if the defenses don't account for him.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. And he slides down. We'll see what the business is with this penalty flag. This could be coming back. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Mariota. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
They'll send out the punting unit. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Fails to find his running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The 2nd down throw for Young. Steps up and he's running with it. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
First down. A gain of 15. And the Panther 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Shotgun snap now to Young. Throwing the out route complete. So the flag cost him 5, but he picks up 6. We've got 2nd and 9. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up.
At the 19-yard line.
It's undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.